In Formula One, a fraction of a second is the difference between standing on the podium and going home empty-handed. Every millisecond counts. It sounds completely counterintuitive, but the fastest cars on the grid are intentionally designed to be underweight. This design allows engineers to bolt on dense metal ballast in strategic locations. By mounting these weights as low as possible, they can perfect the car's center of gravity and fine-tune its cornering balance. In 2026, the FIA is dropping the minimum weight limit by 32 kilograms, bringing the threshold down to 768 kilograms. At the same time, the regulations mandate heavy hybrid battery systems. Adding those electrical components pushes the car right back over the 768 kilogram limit. This regulatory clash has created a grid-wide crisis. For most teams, excess mass has become an unavoidable performance penalty. Currently, only 3 teams have managed to hit the underweight target to fully utilize ballast: Audi, Ferrari, and Mercedes. The rest of the grid is struggling. In the midfield, Cadillac is carrying around 7 extra kilograms, roughly the weight of a crate of beer. Even top contenders are not immune. Red Bull Racing is reportedly running with 9 to 10 kilograms of excess weight. Williams faces the biggest problem, carrying an estimated 26 extra kilograms, the equivalent of a fully grown Labrador Retriever. These machines already weigh close to 800 kilograms. So how much damage does an extra 20 kilograms actually do to performance? A controlled test using an F1-style electric cart provides the answer. Without any added weight, the baseline lap time is 36.535 seconds. With exactly 20 kilograms of ballast added, mounted evenly to maintain a neutral balance, the lap time drops to 36.7 seconds. That's an immediate loss of roughly 0.2 of a second on a very short circuit. Physics explains why, out of slow corners, the engine must overcome greater inertia to accelerate the added mass. On inclines, gravity actively works against the heavier car, pulling it backward and reducing acceleration. A 0.2 loss on a 36-second lap might seem minor, but scaled to a full Formula One circuit, the impact becomes severe. On a typical 2-minute lap, that penalty grows to around 0.6 to 0.7 seconds per lap. For overweight teams like Red Bull and Williams, that's a guaranteed loss of over half a second every single lap, purely due to physics. And when you translate that to real race scenarios, the consequences are massive. At the Japanese Grand Prix, half a second can be the difference between pole position and 4th place. For midfield drivers, losing that same margin can drop a car from 6th all the way down to 10th. Those lost positions don't just hurt results, they impact finances, costing teams tens of millions in prize money. That's why teams like Red Bull are already rushing upgrade packages, focused on one thing: cutting weight. Because in Formula One, drivers are constantly fighting an invisible enemy. Every braking zone, every corner, every acceleration phase is governed by one unchanging force: mass. At the highest level of motorsport, even a few extra kilograms are enough to derail an entire championship season.